Yeah, I really liked the Vision AI announcement. I've spent some time over the last few years. Amazon's been trying to do this with their devices. We hear it from Samsung now with what they are trying to do with this more ambient interactive experience between the devices. Now, if everyone out there sort of remembers, there was this big IoT inflection that we heard about. Every device would be connected, but it didn't really come to fruition the way we expected. We're not really talking to our refrigerators. Of course, this would happen every year at CES. We'd hear about it. We're not necessarily having our coffee being poured out of before we get out of bed. Those devices exist, but they're like gizmos and gadgets. What we are starting to see, though, is can we interact with a fully immersed system? Can our TV become part of that chatbot experience? Can it know things about us and our environments? Can it make our homes more intelligent? So seeing that, and of course, these newest technologies, these clear see-through LEDs, there's some really great stuff going on. But overall, I like the fact that they're thinking about how to regenerate the enthusiasm around IoT and doing so by adding AI and more ambient technology with their newest televisions.
And Jensen Huang, NVIDIA CEO, has been teasing about Samsung's HBM qualification. He keeps on teasing about that. Do you think it's really a supplier diversification story that he wants to achieve? And when he says Samsung needs a new design for HBM, I mean, what kind of timeline do you see?
Yeah, and I hinted to it a little bit when you were asking me about Samsung, but as a whole, I think this is one of the big opportunities for Samsung, but it's one of these moments that the company needs to get it right. We all know how strong TSMC is right now, and we've all been really waiting for this kind of second big leading edge foundry, and Samsung was the obvious, largest opportunity. And of course, Intel was in there, but Intel was having all of its own woes, and then Samsung had a number of its own. Having said that, we know the demand for HBM is going to be massive. We've heard Jensen use that word, massive, or unprecedented demand for their newest GPUs in the data center. Well, that requires a lot of high bandwidth memory. And so while you have SK and you have Micron, they need as much as possible. This is a capacity thing. So if Samsung can meet and get this certification and actually get this delivered to scale, it's a really big opportunity. Now, you asked the question about how long does it take? It really depends on what the problem is with the certification. Samsung has some of the world's best engineers and, best scientists working on it. I expect they were working fast and they know they need to fix this.